So welcome back, it's Nick from the coach station. The next stop, early preparation. What exactly does that mean? So when we hear coaches talk about early preparation, that's the start of the shot cycle. So being ready is the first bit, that's early preparation, on the balls of our feet, and timing a split step and move at the time that the opponent hits the ball. So that's the first part for early preparation and leads through to all of the other parts of the technical framework and the shot cycle. Now, after the split step, we can think about footwork, body work, and racket work. And we could use any of those elements to relate to something measurable that we can see down the other end of the court. So for example, if we look down the other end of the court and we look at our player, we can see where the player is on the court, and we can then start to make some early preparation based on our anticipation of what they're going to do next. Now, once they've hit the ball, and the ball's coming in, then we absolutely know for sure where that ball's going, and then that's the time we can make even greater preparation in time with the incoming ball. If we take the bandeja, and the ball's coming up, we've seen it's coming up, the first thing I'm going to do here is to turn my upper body, get that sideways on when the incoming ball is coming in. So before the ball crosses the net, we can get our body turned sideways on and prepared, ready to go. So that's a measurable effect from the incoming ball to your upper body turn. And that's a really good example of how you can be measurable, rather than just saying, right, early prep. Well, give somebody exactly how to measure whether they're doing it well enough, and then it'll be really easy for you to then gauge whether or not they are doing it well enough. Let's have a look at another example. This time, let's consider I've got the volleyers at the net, and they've volleyed deep here, and I know I'm going to let it go deeper than the service line, let it hit the glass, and I've got to get my tip of the racket back here towards the glass before the time the ball bounces on my side. So that's another measurable effect of how I can use early preparation better than just saying early prep. Think about how you can relate it to the incoming ball, and then you can be able to measure that effect and give feedback appropriately. And if we look at the ball in the corner here, and we've got something coming in pretty tight, early preparation here can be that I've got my racket face open, my grip has moved, and I've slightly changed my wrist position to be able to dig out from this corner. So early preparation here could mean that you've got to get the player to open their racket face in preparation for a low ball as soon as they see the type of shot and they look at the direction that it's coming into this corner. So early preparation is, can I get this racket back here as soon as I know that that ball is going to go into this corner and make it tough for me, so then I can get this racket face open. So let's imagine that I've put my opponents under pressure, I've gone down the middle, and they're about to lob me. So in this scenario, early preparation could be I've got to the net, and I see they're going to lob. So actually, early preparation here is a couple of steps backwards to be able to be ready for a smash and hold the net position. So early preparation here is reading the racket and reading the opponent, and then deciding that I'm going to take a couple of steps back in anticipation, ready to play the best shot I can. Now, a top tip at the net for early preparation is not just one split step, so it's not just one like this, it's actually to be really super bouncy on the balls of your feet. So going here, super bouncy again. The more bouncy I can be agile, and I can move really quickly to any incoming ball. So when we're talking about being at the net, that early preparation starts with lots and lots of bouncy little steps when you're at the net to be able to cover the net appropriately. Even if the ball's going to your partner, then you still need to be bouncy on your feet to be able to cover any ball that's coming across to your side later. So in summary, let's see if we can get specific incoming ball, opponent position, and relate it to what's happening down this end. So can I get my racket back in time before the ball crosses the net, for example? So try to be really specific with that feedback so that your players understand what they're looking for, and then that you can actually give some meaningful feedback based on what you've given, rather than just early preparation. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.